I'm going crazy. 무뎌져.
Author point of view. You woke up again like every night tears streaming down your eyes like daily. There wasn't a lonely night in which you didn't cry. You cried for him. You begged God to just let him come back for once. Every night the pain in your heart ate you out. Now you're getting tired of your own presence because there was nothing left to live with, nor any purpose or a person. You remembered his last word in your arms. Jungkook, no, please don't leave me. You promised me that we will spend our whole life together. You just can't leave me or just take me with you. You cried hysterically. He wiped your tears with his shaky hands. His head was placed on your lap. His whole body was now. It wouldn't be forever. The day will come and then my loving arms will hold you again. Take care. Finishing his words, his hand was wiping your tears, now placed on the road lifeless. Jungkook, love Jungkook, wake up, talk to me. Miss, we are sorry, but he's no more. The emergency team which was rescuing your fiance told you to shake your head. No, we are getting married soon. You're joking, right? He's pranking me. Jungkook, wake up, my love. I love you so much. You placed your forehead on his and fainted. That day he's saving you. Just some days ago you were happily roaming on the streets like every normal couple. Suddenly everything vanished like it didn't exist. You are feeling so suffocated in this room. So you got up and went out to the swimming pool side. You sat there with a big sigh, remembering some memories of the past. The water in the pool was looking more shiny than before. Or maybe you came here after a long time, that's why you were in your own thoughts until you heard water drops. You looked inside the water that was showing your reflection. Suddenly the water began to start to make round waves. What's happening? You tried to touch the water, getting slightly down, but suddenly an invisible force pulled you inside it. You screamed. After some minutes, you got your consciousness back. Getting up whole drenched in water, you noticed everything around you. It was the same swimming pool, but why? You're drenched in water. You got up to change the wet dress, but then, wait, the door was on the left, not right. You tilted your head, but flinched at a splash of water behind you. You turned and saw some words were written in the water. Your eyes widened after reading it. Maybe in some parallel universe. Look, my love, I'll meet you halfway. Parallel universe, you marched out of the pool. Yeah, and entered the hallway. Everything was the same but opposite. That room was on the right, not left. You entered your room and gasped because the bed and picture wall were opposite of their places. Am I in a parallel universe? Just then there was a knock on your room door that had startled you because you were the only person at home. Yes, suddenly a little boy around 4 years of age peeked in your room, Nona. Wait, you don't have any little brother. You don't even have a sibling. Or Jungkook too. Yes, who are you? Oh, Mama, you forgot my name. I'm Jonah, Mrs. Han's son, who worked for Young Master. Young Master? The kid giggled at your words, but then frowned. Nona, why wear wet clothes? And remember, your dress was all wet, so you made a little excuse. I just accidentally fell in the pool. The kid laughs more at your clumsiness. Mama said, get ready, you have to meet Hyung. Why will I meet your Hyung, Jonah? Because you both are going to marry next week. Your eyes wouldn't. Why the heck I will marry this kid Hyung? Jonah, before you ask him about his Hyung, but someone called him from a little far. Nona, come to the living room. Get ready fast. He left, leaving you with no choice. So you changed your clothes and went to the living room. As you enter in the living room, you notice a middle-aged lady. Excuse me? You hesitated, but she looked up with a smile that you returned, getting a feel of motherly love from her. Oh, Mama, you know Nuna is not bad. She treated me very well. Why will I treat a little kid badly, you thought? Miss, thanks for treating my son like this. I'm sorry, Duma, but why will I treat a kid badly? Come here, Jonah, you tell him as he happily came to you and you hugged him while giving a peck on his cheek. But miss, please call me Vian, leave these formalities. Her eyes widened, but you yourself said to call you Miss, not Vian. And yesterday you scolded Jonah because he dropped his drink on your expensive dress. You fronted word. I'll never ever scold a little kid just because his drink fell on my dress. Really then, I'm sincerely sorry for it. You bought a little but she didn't let you do it. She grabbed your shoulder and hugged you. Please treat the young master like this too. He deserves your love and care. Again, this young master. Where will I meet your young master? You asked, not knowing his name, as if she laughed, thinking you were shy to take your fiance's name. Juna will get you there, you nodded and went out with Juna. There was a curious car stand, a garden driver waiting for you. Nuna, they will bring you to home. I left you there and went inside while you didn't say anything and cope with the situation. Look like they know where to take me. You noticed all the buildings and houses. Everything was mostly the same but opposite. Maybe I'm really in a parallel universe, you thought. What would be the reason of coming here? But then the car stopped in front of a big building. Whoa. Ma'am, let's go. He opened the door for you and walked ahead of you. As you enter the building, everyone started to bow to you. Some with annoyance, some with terrifying faces. Did I do something wrong? Ma'am, he gestured to you to go inside as he came from a room. You entered the room. It was a conference room full of people, but then your heart skipped a beat when everyone meets soon to be Mrs. Jun, Mafia Fiance. Your eyes got teary. You saw him after those lonely days. I wish it's not a dream. He didn't move, so he came to you. His features were same, or you can see he was looking more charming and handsome. That mole under his lip, his doe eyes shining, that tattoo on, even his sandwich saying, yes, he's your Jungkook. Your heart screamed. You hugged him. That took him off guard. Ma'am, no need to act, leave me. You frowned and acted word and broke the heart by looking at people, whispering and all. You didn't say anything. Soon she will be mother of Nehir Jones. I hope you all welcome her happily. They all got up and bowed to you, like you're some sort of princess or what, but being respectful, you also bowed a little. That made them all shocked. Don't mind, but Jungkook was also shocked at your behavior. Why? But then you heard some whispers. She is respectful. What if she is pretending? Yeah, they said she is a rich and rude woman. Then why does she look so humble? Before they talked more, Jungkook dismissed the meeting and got you to his personal office. Something was written outside of his office and it was President June. Wait, Jungkook was mafia, not a businessman or some president. Make yourself comfortable. He gestured you to sit on the big couch in his office. But watching you don't sit like a queen you always do, he frowned. May I ask what has got into you? You also behave so well with employees. Didn't say anything because hearing his voice was like always giving you butterflies in your tummy. Can I touch your face? You asked confidently. Jungkook scoffed and nodded, hesitating. You moved forward, almost sticking his body with yours. That made his breathing and his heartbeat stop. You started to trace his features from his nose, down lips and cheeks, making him gulp a big lump. But his eyes widened when you attached to your lip, with his engulfing yourself in him. Your arms were around his neck, one hand going through his black locks. Your lips moved delicately upon his without any tongue involvement, but he didn't even move. He was frozen in place until you backed off with blushed cheeks, though he was more red than you. What happened? Why didn't you give in? You asked in a winning voice. You just took my first kiss. You burst out laughing and rolled on the couch, clenching your stomach. First kiss, Lamal. Cook, your first kiss was probably 3 years ago with me. He was now literally getting scared of you. We met 3 days ago after 15 years, Ryan. You stopped laughing and got serious. Now you are sure that this was a parallel world. Can I go home? You asked, getting sad that he isn't your Jungkook but a parallel universe Jungkook. Yeah, but wait. Let's go together. There was a beam of coldness in his voice. You forgot after seeing him that he isn't your Jungkook. If he was him right now, you would have been in his arms, than to sit alone coldly. Jungkook took you back to his villa that was now a president villa, not a mafia boss. Jungkook, as you both entered, Juna came running and hugged Jungkook. Jungkook picked him up with a broad smile. Young Nuna is a good girl. She treated me well, he said happily. That made Jungkook happy, as it looked like he was happy hearing this. Really? Juna nodded. Nuna also hugged Mama and said her sorry for yesterday. You must be talking about the parallel universe, and she must be rude to people. Okay, now you go play. Nuna and Hyung will rest. Juna ran away. That made you smile at his cuteness. He is so cute. Jung guided you to his room as he wanted to talk about something. You don't live in the same room as your fiancé. You asked, but then remembered it's you. Jung scoffed out, thinking why you talk like this, but replied, let me remind you, Miss Fine, you were the one who wanted to live in separate rooms. Oh yeah, I did. It was a bit odd for you because you and Jung lived together from a long time, and here Vine lived away from. Maybe she don't like him. Wanna live in same room? He asked, getting shy. You want to laugh at his cute behavior. I think he's not into women from start, as I was his first kiss. But what if I create a good image of Vine in front of everyone? You thought, let's do it. Okay. You agreed that was shocking reply for him, but he looked happy because, according to him, you want to give a chance to this new relationship. You doubt how can same-faced person can be this different. Your Chung was little aggressive, protective, and low-tempered, but more soft and dominant with you. But this Chung is so shy, introvert, and a man with a lot of patience. I'll tell Mrs. Han to shift your things here. Chung left the room. Maybe he went to Mrs. Han's, but then you saw a little page that appeared on the tea table. She picked it up and read that was written in it. Key to heart is always love and patience. Win him again, but for him, not replacement. Loving arms can't stay empty. More promise will be complete. Those words remind you of his last words that brings tear to your eyes. It won't be forever. The day will come and then my loving arms will hold you again. Take care. These words meaning. Your head start to ache as you sit on bed gripping it. What is meaning of these words? The question was roaming in your mind. My lunch is ready. Wayan, are you okay, Wayan? Your head spun. You just saw Jungkook enter the room and then he fainted in his arms. Mrs. Han, Jungkook screamed as he fainted. Mrs. Han came to his room and was shocked to see you like this. Jung took you in bridal style and placed you on bed, covering your body. Call the doctor, please. She called the doctor that came into 5 minutes and checked you. Jung didn't left your side as you were now his responsibility. Nothing serious about Mr. Jung. It's just mistook some stress about a situation that made her weak. You just need to take care of her health and don't let her get stressed or anything. Jung nodded while the doctor left. Mrs. Han, please make healthy food for Ryan. She nodded and left the couple alone, closing the room door. Jung moved carefully beside you and got himself under covers, engulfing your figure in his arms. His big hand caressed your thin arm and brushed your hair strand that made you relax, and unconsciously you leaned in more in his chest because your inner self was getting relaxed at his presence. Don't know why, but today first time my heart skipped the beat looking at you here. Never ever before I felt like this, but today you made me feel like no one did. Now I think Grandma's decision of us getting married was right. He scoffed at remembering something. I was just stubborn to not marry you from the start. So as you too, but now you also decided to give our relationship a chance, and I have also decided it. I promise when you wake up, you will get the best of me. He picked your forehead and closed his eyes, smiling at the thought that you already stole his first kiss. At night, the time you woke up, you were getting pampered by every person at home, from Jungkook, from Mrs. Han, and Juna was just now leaving your side. You got to know that you fainted because of weakness. And now everyone is taking care of your health, but a while ago Jung got a call and he went into his house office to sort out the problems while you came inside your and Jung's shared room, but the little note was still going in your mind. You heard a knock on the door. When you answered, it was an old lady. You didn't see her in the villa. You thought maybe she is one of the old servants. Miss, you are busy. No, please come inside. Do you need my help in anything? You asked politely, but she gazed at your hand and then your face. You already got that note. Your eyes widened at her question. Which note? Her face was calm as before. Don't you want to know what it means? You nodded, not talking. Just focus on what your heart says. Make him fall for you again. But don't replace him for your old self, just to fill the empty place he left. But let him conquer that place. Open the gate and make the walls little weak. Then it will work. He is not the same, but this time he is yours again. Take care. You heard her every word so clearly, and you also got what she meant. But it was difficult to open the gate, for only he lived always. Still he is, but if this is my fate, then I need to cope with it. It's just like he's given a second life with different personality. I have to love him and forget my past. That's how I can let him conquer myself. Bayan. Hearing his voice, you looked up. You look so pale. Did you take medicine? You nodded and gestured to him to sit in front of you. He did as you said. Then you placed your head in his neck and wrapped your arm around his waist. He didn't protest, but instead of it, he let his arm wrap around you. Tired? He asked in a whisper. Then let's sleep, okay? He said, but didn't back off, but stayed like that. Can you take me to a place where only we are but no one else? You asked, still in his arms, him caressing your head and back. He chuckled. You want to be alone with me? You just noticed slightly with closed eyes. Many things happened to you and it was making you tired. You need a calm place to move on. Okay, then I'll take you. Now you backed off and looked at him. Really? He nodded with a smile. You noticed he was giving his best to make you happy. If Jung was here, he would have done. Wait, no. I can't compare both of them. They're different. I'm so thankful. Gave him a sincere smile for him, not because of your past. He pecked your forehead